to General Torre. You mentioned earlier lapses. Will you please elaborate on that? You mentioned earlier you have committed lapses. Can you elaborate on that?
The first lapse that I do admit to is allowing the person to join me in facing the media regarding the investigation that we are doing. It should not have been done, Mr. Chairman. It should not have been done, sir, Your Honor, considering that the other party is not present and he is about to assert that they had come into agreement, which at that time I have not processed fully, but now with perfect vision that hindsight accords us is really one-sided, considering that it's only him who had been speaking. I should have really exerted effort to locate the person. So that's really one of the major things that if given a chance to do again, I will do differently, sir, Your Honor.
And because of that lapse, that is the reason why you tender your resignation as the head of QCPD.
Yes, sir.
Sir Torre, sabi nila walang kasong na-file, correct?
You mean, sir, on August 8th?
May grave threat, and at the same time, there was this reckless imprudence resulting to damage to property. And because of the agreement, as of this moment, there are no cases filed against Bandiola or against Gonzales.
Yes, Your Honor. On in as much as there are no complainants against any of them, we have not filed cases. However, upon the release, or when it came to our knowledge that the video existed on Sunday, I started investigating. And when I investigate, Your Honor, we decided to file a case of alarm and scandal against Mr. Gonzales, for basing on the video, and with the complainants, as the complainants are the investigator and the station commander.
So you are focusing on the CCTV that you are in your possession now, and based on that evidence you gathered through CCTV, you are contemplating in filing the case of alarms and scandal against this Willie Gonzales.
Not contemplating, Your Honor, but we had already filed the case yesterday on first hour on the opening of the offices, because Sunday is holiday and Monday is also holiday. When the offices or the prosecutor's office opened on Tuesday, we filed the case.
Okay.
And
what made you decide to pursue the alarms and scandal against Willie Gonzales?
we decided to file the alarms and scandal, considering that we had found sufficient evidence to file it against him, because there's no need for a private complainant, and the police can stand in as complainant. And also, we are very cognizant of the we also found later that the SILG has also expressed his opinion that alarms and scandal can indeed be filed. So we agreed and filed the case. Actually, Your Honor, based on the assertions of the other members of the people in social media, especially Attorney Fortune, we really thank him for bringing to our knowledge possible cases also of grave coercion against our police personnel, for forcing the person to pay 500 pesos or 800 pesos, whichever case may be. So
I'll cut you short there. Akala ko ba subject to voluntary agreement yung 500 pesos. Ngayon pala, pinilit siya.
That's the assertion now, sir. So that's why I placed on USB again, sir, the CCTVs that were installed in Station 11, and I am submitting it to the committee, sir, for further perusal and for your appreciation.
Okay, if you are now acting on it to file a case against Willie Gonzalez for alarms and scandals.
We have already filed the case of
You
alarm
have
and
already
scandal
filed.
yesterday, sir.
Will you please, for the sake of information, what are the elements of alarms and scandals?
Alarm and scandal, sir, is defined under Article 155 of the Revised Penal Code. Pardon me, sir, but I'm not a lawyer. But sir, those are that's punishing. That article punishes actions of anybody that may cause general alarm in the community, like tumultuous affray and many other that may strike fear on people, and that may strike also undue alarm.
And who
On-
advised you that case will be filed against Willie Gonzalez?
We look at the circumstances within the video, in the video, and we deem it we have contemplated and examined it, and based on our assessment, that alarm and scandal can indeed be filed against Willie Gonzalez, even
Aside
without.
from alarms and scandal, what other recommendations do you have in mind, Gen.Torre?
If only we can convince the cyclist to file a case of
Aside from criminal cases defined by the revised penal code, any other recommendation do you have in mind, Gen.Torre?
against Willie Gonzalez, sir, is of course on his
What about recommendation for crafting, amending existing laws so that there could be stable peace in the Philippine streets, as they said?
as of the moment,
the-
sir, I may need additional time to think it over. And
So the suggestion from your one of the officers of QCPD or from lawyers only suggest a criminal case be filed against Willie Gonzalez, but there is no advice as to what recommendations do you have in mind so that you can help in the future to avoid these incidents like incidents like this.
we have not yet. I have not yet thought about it. Your suggestion, I'll think about it, sir.
Okay.
And
You have using your length in service as PNP officer, you became a general. Probably you have 20 more years in experience as PNP officer. You know what is the manner, behavior, and you can read behavior of criminally minded people. So, in your own opinion, what do you think? Is this Willie Gonzalez psychologically fit or not?
based on this demeanor, sir, Mr. Gonzalez is, I think, 63 years old during this time. And based on this demeanor that afternoon when he came to me, well, I find no marked reason to actually suspect him of anything. And with his possession of a valid LTAP and PTC4, I would submit to the examination of the authorities that he had passed the requirements, the documentary requirements, to be able
Okay,
to own
next
and possess
question,
this
General
firearm.
Torre. Do you recommend the revocation or cancellation of the LTAF or the license to own a gun with regard to this Willie Gonzalez?
Sir, we actually did recommend to General Kenneth Lucas of the FEO. I personally called him for the revocation of the LTOP, sir.
Okay. You recommended for the revocation of the LTOF of this Willie Gonzalez. What is your ground?
Obviously, sir, what he did, based on the video, is a blatant violation of the requirement, the conditions set forth to all gun holders that it shall only be used for legal purposes. I don't see a legal ground for him to draw his firearm in that situation, sir.
So, may tupak si Willie Gonzalez psychologically.
Based on the video, sir, I can say, sir, that he is really out of line
Okay.
at
Thank you,
that moment.
Gen.Torre. Hopefully, the PNP can recommend this committee for crafting or amending the existing laws. Huwag nyo kaming bigyan dito ng kaso-kaso lang. Kasi yung kaso-kaso, alam nyo naman, ang penalty ng grave threat, ang penalty ng reckless imprudence, mababa yan. Arresto mayor, I think that's 30 days and 1 day to 6 30 days and 1 day to 6 months. Ibig sabihin, subject yan sa mandatory conciliation. Lupong tagapagmayapa, idaan mo pa yan sa barangay.
Yes, sir.
Oh, so talagang mahirap yan. So titingnan natin kung may kaso-kaso dyan, probably they will scot-free again and again.
Yes, sir.
So ang
Agree, sir.
gagawin natin dito, you make recommendations, study any for future purposes, recommendations, kung ano ang karapat-dapat nating gawin sa problema na ganito. One, yung road rage na yan. Yung may dalang barel, hindi lalabas ng barel, kagaya ni Willie Gonzalez, kung hindi siya psychologically, wala siyang problema psychologically. May problema ang taong iyan.
Agree, sir.
Sigurado tayo dyan. Now, if the penalty is very low, still, madami pa rin kagaya ni Willie Gonzalez na gagawa ng road rage incident na ganyan. So, taking a clue from our Chairman Fernandez, I think you have to submit, including the NAPOLCOM, for the amendments of the existing law, or if there is a need to craft another law, then you suggest. Kasi kayo naman ang may datos kung ano ang nangyayari sa lugar o area of jurisdiction ninyo. Ilang road rage incident ang nangyayari araw-araw. Kasi kung wala si vlogger, sino ba yung vlogger nito? Yung vlogger, kung wala siya, wala din ito. Walang dadampot sa problemang ito, because this is usual and this is a normal case in the Philippine streets. Nang nangyari lang, nadampot ng isang vlogger, naging viral, kaya nagiging subject for an aid of legislation, naging subject ng committee na ito. So in the near future, Sir Gen.Torre, hopefully you cannot commit the same lapse again.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Agree, sir.
Thank you very much. At one question, Attorney Fortune, you are representing for whom?
I don't represent anybody. Actually, I'm doing this as a private citizen. Wala po akong kikitain
So
dito.
you are not representing Willie Gonzalez?
He has refused my representation even up today, Mr. Chairman.
Gonzales,
Bandiola.
Bandiola,
No.
yes.
I have reached out to him so many times. I've offered my services for free. I even said that kung meron ako makukuhang attorney's fees dito, bibigay ko sa kanya.
Natatakot si Bandiola? Anong tingin mo? Bakit the services like the legal services of Fortune, dinideny niya?
Nalulungkot po ako. Hindi ko siguro ako magaling na abogado.
Baka gusto niya yung ibang lawyers na at any rate. So I was thinking that you are representing Willie Gonzalez. It's the other way around.
That's correct, Mr. Chairman. I actually represent the cycling community as the moderator of the Pinoy Road Bikers. It is the largest cycling forum in the Philippines with 86,600 plus members. And we
So-
are all outraged by this. We don't want this to happen to any of us.
Yeah, exactly. Kahit naman tayo, galit tayo dyan kasi it is not a common incident, but it is a psychological problem of drivers committing this road rage problem na ganyan, ano tawag niyan. At
That's
any
correct.
rate, Mr. Fortune, Attorney Fortune,
Yes, Mr.
when
Chair.
your manifestation or your statement just earlier, you mentioned about crafting laws
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
and at any rate, in any manner, amending existing laws.
That's correct, Mr. Chairman.
Oh, sinabi mo kanina you are willing to work with Bandiola pro bono.
Definitely, Mr. Chairman.
Can you work with us pro bono
Yes, Mr.
in
Chairman.
crafting new laws?
I
And
will
at the
help
same
you,
time,
Mr. Chairman.
thank you very much. I'll contact with you, Attorney Fortune.